Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. This video is a very popular topic. I keep getting, why did I do that? I keep getting this question demanded of me, or people asking me this question in the comment sections of multiple videos. It's, should you invest in real estate in 2020? I'm going to give you my opinion. Please understand, I am going based off of the things that have happened so far this year. This is not a definitive answer, as I am not a wizard or an oracle, and only can give you what I've seen over the last 6-7 months. Based off of recent world events, the world's economy is in shambles, and it's not only the US. It's the European economy, it's the UK economy, it's many places within Africa, it's many places within Asia. It's happening all around the world. Thus why we have that word for everything that's happening around the world. Stock markets at the moment are, or appear to be, based off of analysis by many analysts, they appear to be incredibly inflated or could possibly be in a bubble. Normally, we have a stock market crash every 6 to 8 years within an economy. Usually, if we focus on the US economy, it's historically every 6 to 8 years. We are currently in the midst of a 10-year bull run, which tells many analysts that we are already long overdue for the stock markets around the world to pop. The issue is that they continue going up. And the even weirder part is that they continue going up as all of this is taking place. We currently still have multiple, around 35 million plus people just within the United States who are without jobs. And it appears as though at the moment, a lot of people who are, rather the stocks that are going up only tend to be tech stocks. And this is even with them putting out information that they've maybe made 2% more than they were expecting to make during a quarter, and their stock rises by another 15-16%. A lot of this does not make sense because the rest of the world's economy is not doing well, and this is where we get this bubble idea from. Property prices right now around the world are also dropping in major cities. For those of you who do not know or did not see, especially within the United States, the moratorium that they had on rent freezes and mortgage payments ended for many states around the states. They have different rules, they have different, whatever you kind of want to call them when it comes to all of these things. And as such, as many people, it's expected around 25 million altogether within the last month, and then going forward another couple of weeks from now, not until the end of the year, it's expected to be even more. Around 25 million people have already lost their homes because of lack of being able to pay the rent. Same exact thing is happening with people who have mortgages. They are currently unable to pay their mortgages because the people who are renting out their places are also not getting money from their job sources and therefore cannot pay them. They can't pay the mortgage, they can't pay the bank. It is a cascading effect. And because of this, a lot of places, I'm not sure if you've seen, have started going online at a cheaper price right now. The United States GDP fell by 30% just between March and July. It was during quarter two. It fell by more than 30%. I don't have the exact number. The point is, normally a country's GDP rises by anywhere from 1 to 3% over the course of a year. It is seen as a healthy indicator of a country's growth as it continues to rise. But this is also the discussion of inflation and deflation, but that's another topic. However, as opposed to rising 1% or 3% over the course of a year, it fell by 30% over the course of 3 months. The same exact thing happened within the United Kingdom, where their GDP fell by 40% as well over the course of, I believe, quarter one and quarter two. It's not good. Prices in many major cities right now are dropping. In San Francisco, in New York, in Paris. And this is also not only property prices that you may have seen, but also rental prices. I have a lot of friends who live in San Francisco, who live in New York, who live in Paris and many other major cities around the world. And what I'm seeing when I watch the news from these areas, you can even find it. Google Bay Area, like people leaving Bay Area, people fleeing New York. You can find all of the news out there. You can even find videos on it if you don't feel like actually reading. A lot of these people are leaving because, once again, they don't have the money to be able to do this. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in another video as well. A lot of people are incapable of paying for all these rents, and therefore they're fleeing these cities. What's also really interesting, especially in New York, I have a good friend in New York, and he tells me this, at least like a once weekly update. A lot of places before that had really high rents are now lowering their rents, especially in New York, especially in Manhattan, which has very inflated prices compared to the rest of the city. A lot of places that were offering places or whatever for rent for around $3,000, $4,000 per month have lowered their rents by about $800 to $1,000, which is already completely substantial or huge. And they're also offering around 2 to 3 months of free rent. That's not a joke. This is happening because not only is their rent already hyperinflated and nobody wants to go there anymore, people are leaving and choosing to move back in with their families or just simply downsizing to another city. So now the people, these landlords and owners, are in a predicament where not only are they not finding, or not only is no one paying their rent, people are also fleeing, and no one is paying these high inflated prices, and therefore they either are not making money or they simply are then unable to also pay for their mortgages as well. This current situation that we are in, once again, I'm pretty sure this is the second time I'm talking about this in the last like 3 to 4 months, but this one particular topic. Things are not expected to improve anytime soon. There are estimates that we could be out of the woods or out of the mud or out of the dirt, whatever people say, by the end of next year. Even then, I'm not that optimistic because a lot of the stuff that's happening right now is favoring tech and not actual people going back to work or finding jobs or being able to really support themselves. But once again, that's also not directly focusing on real estate in 2020. Here's a tip. I would recommend waiting for a couple of months. Once again, I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel. I am not a professional financial anything. Just going off of the information that I have and things that I've seen before in the past and what's currently happening right now, I would recommend waiting for the colder months. Why? Typically, property prices between October, November, December, January, and February tend to drop anyway. No one usually goes to buy property or homes or houses or anything when it's cold outside. Most people, like weddings, tend to do this activity when it is warmer outside. Not exactly sure why, whatever the actual case might be. I've purchased a lot of what I own in the autumn or in like cold winter, and you'll find a lot of times when you actually go to visit these places, it's a really big tip. You may be the only one visiting. This has happened multiple times. And now ask the actual estate agent, how many other people have seen this? And they'll go, one other person saw it. It's been on the market for about a good 3-4 weeks. A lot of people who are selling sometimes tend to be desperate, especially if you're actually thinking further ahead for the situation that's happening right now. We're already starting to see and are going to see more desperate sellers, especially if this situation continues, which it is expected to. So if you start trying to go visit stuff in the winter or when it's a lot colder, you'll sometimes find you're the only one there. If someone is desperate to sell something, has been in the market for a month, and they really want to sell it, and it's listed, I can't even give you a proper listing price, don't lowball them too much because then you'll kind of get rejected. Let them know, hey, I can pay for this, I can so-and-so, give them all your documentation and credentials or your bank statement, let them know that you can do it, and you will find some really good deals. I'm expecting, me, myself, for not only for things to continue like this, but for the amount of cheaper rent situation to continue going on. I'm also expecting property prices to eventually further reflect reality of this year. Also the same exact way for the stock market. If we do see a proper reflection of all of the world's events that have been happening over the last 6 to 7 months reflected in the stock market, property prices are probably going to tumble as well, just logical, like we've seen before. This also gets into the other discussion as well, that things from 2008, 2009 were never really fixed. more money was printed and simply thrown at the banks and the companies who put people in that perilous situation when it came to buying property in the first place. So therefore, one can only assume that a lot of that nonsense is still kind of going on. I was just discussing this with my friend about a day or two ago. We're seeing a lot of property in the places that we've been looking going down in price, and like really good prices. And a lot of times, maybe you can even check where you are as well. You'll see the little term like reduction, new lower price. But I'm seeing it all over the place, and I'm expecting once again, as things get colder, for that situation to only continue, and also for the economy to not get better anytime soon. I myself am waiting. Is it a good time to invest in real estate in 2020? The answer is wait. Unless you find a really good deal, 5, 6, 7 bedroom bungalow for $30,000 when you know it should be around $200,000, by all means go for it. However, if you've had your eye on a place and have been looking around, I would really just wait to see what's going to happen. If nothing else, if the economy starts doing well again, that property that has a current reduction of $15,000, $20,000 will probably just go back to the price that you saw it before a couple of months ago. So no real loss. You were planning on buying it at this price, it's currently at this price. If it happens to go back up, well, you were going to get it at this price anyway. If you happen to wait until it gets a lot colder and see if the situation continues to, I don't want to use the word deteriorate, but you understand exactly what I'm talking about. There you go. I have my eye on about 5 different places. I am trying, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because I know that someone else will be in a precarious situation where they can't pay for their bills, and I'm kind of swooping in to pick up what they can't pay for. But I mean, I guess on the other hand, I'm also giving them the money that they need to be able to get out of a sticky situation. So I guess I really shouldn't be feeling bad, but definitely waiting as well. Especially when it comes to, just as a side note, when it comes to investing in stocks as well, I'm seeing a lot of other YouTube channels telling people, put your money in stocks, dump your money in stocks, dump your money into this, 15% return, so-and-so return. This typically also happens at the end of a bubble cycle before the bubble pops, as everyone keeps thinking that the market's going to go up forever. We just hit a recent new all-time high in the American stock markets. Think of that. A brand new all-time high while all of this is going on. Something isn't really correct, and I think it will have no choice but to correct itself. I do hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. I do hope that we all get some really good real estate finds. I hope we all make money as all of this is going on, and find some really good deals. Deals was the word I was looking for. Thank you all once again for watching and listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.